To the Atlantic Division, they were tough. They ended up going 12-4 in the division, which was a big reason, Clark, they made the playoffs.
And you know, those 12 wins against the rest of the Atlantic, Kevin, were a division best. Even the Raptors, who won the division, only had 11 wins against the Atlantic.
Now here's Bradley, 5 to shoot, and Thomas has it in the corner. From 11 feet away, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Smith with it. Landry with the screen. Down low. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Landry's got his first 2 points of the night. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Bradley up top. Sullinger outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Sullinger's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Okafor with the screen on Bradley. Here's Cannon, guarded by Bradley. Landry with the screen. Cannon kicks to Okafor. For 3, Smith. Sullinger with the rebound. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And for Sullinger last season, further indication, Clark, that he needs to keep working on his conditioning.
And that was a concern coming into the league with Jared, is just how committed would he be to working on his body all the time and maintaining the level of conditioning that he needs. And injuries have been a part of that not being the case, but when he's out there, he's capable.
Thomas kicks to Sullinger. Outside Bradley. To the middle. In the corner, Crowder with it. Boston needs to get off a shot. Sullinger with the bucket.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Landry, a screen on Thomas. Here's Smith. Landry kicks to Covington. 76ers moving the ball around. Beyond the arc. Landry passes to Cannon. Drains the 3-pointer. Cannon's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Johnson kicks to Thomas. To the paint. Here's Sullinger. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. 7 points for Jared Sullinger. Smith dishes to Cannon. Andrew with the screen. Cannon kicks to Okafor. This one for 3. Can't hit. Now Boston takes it the other way. Outside Thomas. Baseline jumper. Rebounded by Covington.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense. Active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
He feeds it to Cannon. The 10-footer. Landry kicks to Covington. And the 3-ball is good. Covington's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. 1:37 left in the first quarter of the game. In the corner, Crowder with it. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Smith the pass to Cannon. Landry, a screen on Bradley. Here's Cannon. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Cannon's got his second bucket of the night.
And guys, we've seen teams hire college coaches with no NBA experience before. It hasn't always worked out, but for Boston, they have to be very pleased with Brad Stevens.
And that one's good. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first. Smith dishes to Cannon, kicks it to Okafor. Out to the right wing. Smith on the wing. the inside. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Brad Stevens now in his 3rd year coaching the Celtics. Greg, I know you admire him from afar. Good fit for the franchise. Good fit, Clark, for a young team.
Agree with you completely on all of that. He stresses team unity and selflessness and sets the example and tone with his demeanor.
Roof shots.
First free throw is good. First official NBA appearance from Williams.
You know, he's a great young player and even a better young man. So personally, I couldn't be happier for him. I know he's thinking about the game, but I hope he's able to take a moment to just enjoy this accomplishment.
Well said, and I hope so too. I mean, as a player, you want to stay even-keeled, but it's almost impossible. I mean, there's just so much that you've gone through to reach this point. It has to be emotional.
And Turner kicks to Williams. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Turner, 6 to shoot. Smart, wide open, he fires. The three-pointer off the mark. Philadelphia leading by 5. Olynyk is covering. There's a screen by Noel. Shoots a fader. And that does it for the first quarter. 76ers lead by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I can be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen, though, is will that translate to consistent production on the court.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And what stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
And so in the game for the 76ers, Grant at small forward with Noel at the 4. And it's Thompson. And there's Embiid. And that bucket right there, folks, is the first official NBA basket from Williams.
Yeah, and you know, he can relax a little bit now. That first one is in the books. It won't be the biggest bucket he makes in his life, but man, it may be the most memorable.
I think you may be right about that. No matter how many thousands of them he winds up with, he'll never forget that first one.
Turner covering, takes the 13-footer, drained for 2 points. And the 76ers lead by 4. Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless, Clark, going inside. Led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, you know, I like to say you've got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means head down, get to the rim.
And the thing with Kelly Olynyk, he does some stuff that really helps you, and some also that will hurt. I mean, he's highly skilled. He's got the deep range, textbook positioning in terms of the post. A lot of tricky moves down there, yet he has a hard time being effective against great athletes. which the NBA...
Boston's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. We've got 1:23 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Thomas.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time, Greg.
The Celtics have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
The first free throw is good. And it's tied up with that one.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throw. Beautiful to watch.
Cannon, the pass to Landry. Picked by Okafor. Landry kicks to Okafor. Zeller grabs the board. Going back to Kelly Olynyk, as a coach, you have to identify the matchups where he can be effective, because Clark is against explosive long-limb guys. They'll take advantage of him.
Yeah, they will, but in the right matchup, he's effective. He can help you. He makes 35% of his threes, has done that for the last 2 years, and I think he gives you some toughness and rebounding as well. I like him as a second-unit player.
Picked by Okafor. Here's Cannon. The 11-footer. Again, Okafor missing.
How about him there, just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
Here's Johnson. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got his 5th assist in this one. The 76ers trail by 4. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Cannon kicks to Landry. Thomas against Smith. Pass to Okafor. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
And he has been really good here at the free throw line in the first half.
What I like is he's done a great job of getting to the line, setting himself up for those free shots.
That one is no good. Thomas dishes to Crowder. From deep three-point range. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's the Celtics. They're up by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. First of all, a big nod to how well we've taken care of the basketball. We're not taking any unnecessary chances, and that's meant very few turnovers. Our offense in the paint was a positive. Our entry passes were sharp, and you showed off some excellent post moves. Really nice footwork down there. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast that it turns into a shootout. That's not what we want. Everybody said this was an even matchup on paper. It's going to come down to effort. We just have to outwork them in the second half. Simple as that.
Here we go, Boston. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Well, Sullinger has been great. He has 14 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
76. So Boston ends up going with a new group. Williams in at small forward. Olynyk is out there with Mickey. Then it's Evan Turner, and it's Smart in at the 1. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
And, guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Celtics making a switch here. Zeller's checked in. Philadelphia's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Cannon. Noel is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Ish Smith. And it's Okafor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Williams. And that's good for 2.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And this broadcast has not ended just yet, as we've got the award-winning Ernie Johnson standing by here for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Isaiah Thomas.
This guy is explosive as any guard in the league, and he's got a craftiness to his game and a work ethic that just does not quit. Whether it's creating for teammates or putting up them buckets himself, Isaiah Thomas finds a way to get it done.
He's their floor general, guys, and tonight he showed everyone why he's got the keys to their offense. He was dropping dimes all over.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.